Hello, welcome to the Strategy Execution Tips. As a PMO, how do you make sure your project managers follow your guidelines and work in a consistent way? Nowadays, nobody has time to read through complex methodologies or long documents. So it is a good idea to summarize the methodology into a simple visual that people can use as a reference card to make sure they have gone through the checklist and they have done what they're supposed to do. An example is shown here. On top, you have the major project management groups, also the main questions that each of these groups addresses. You also have the deliverables, and for each of these deliverables, which elements should be covered in the document. And those are related with a color code, in this case, to the different project knowledge areas, so that people can structure project management in their head as well. On top of that, you may also want to include some best practices. For example, for the project charter, it might be a good idea to include what is out of scope. One thinks about what is in scope, but using the out of scope approach is complementary and helps define what is exactly in scope, in fact. So for example, for the project charter, it might be a good idea to ask the question about what is out of scope in addition to what is in scope. So by comparing the two, you get more accurate to what should be in, and also explicitly mention what is not included. Another best practice is to get commitment about the resource availability from the start of the project. Sometimes it's not well defined up front, and it takes a little while before resource come back and say, hey, I don't have the time to participate to this project, so I cannot meet the deadlines we have agreed upon. By anticipating this question in the charter with their management agreement, you can avoid, in the end, this issue. That's it for now. If you're interested in more tips, stay tuned to the channel.